Welcome to my video. Today we are gonna play here from the deeps, and you can see I already had some tutorial, although only the four first. And we're gonna now do automate your boat. And I must say the tutorials for myself, is really confusing, and yeah, this is really confusing.
Tutorial will show you how to upgrade a vehicle with AI
We're
components
gonna
that
try
will
now.
control its movement and firing. The brain of the
I
system.
have
The AI
really problem
mainframe
to
is what will
understand with
control
English,
all of the
and this make
parts
me
that we
really
will
still
be adding to the
confusing.
system. If it gets destroyed, the AI will cease to function. Hold the
Um,
vehicle still by pressing caps lock. Open the inventory by pressing E. Select the flashing red
E
tab. Select the
AI
flashing red block. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. AI card slot. Since we want to get some basic navigation set up, first we'll add an AI card slot so that we can add the basic AI. AI card slots are also needed for other AI cards, such as target prioritization and aim point selection. Time for weapons. With the ship now configured with a basic behavior, let's get the weapons automated. Local weapon controllers are required for this function and will control both turret blocks and main weapon blocks. Let's add one next to the turret and another in front of the missile controller. That way, the AI will handle both. Transmission. The other way will be through wireless transmission, which requires
is
a wireless
really
transmitter
confusing for
connected
me.
to the AI
I
mainframe
don't know
and a
why I
wireless
am
receiver on the local
going
weapon
so
controller.
fast.
We will place the transmitter on the AI first. Blind as a bat. Now that we have the weapons configured, they still can't aim well, so we need to set up detection. Let's add some more AI connectors, 4 on top of the ship, 1 on the bottom, and 1 on the gun turret. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Now let's add some wireless receivers to the AI connectors. Just like the local weapon controller using a wireless receiver, these will connect the parts to the AI mainframe. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Move the marker into position. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Visual sense. Next we will add on some basic 360-degree cameras. Visual cameras can see nearly anything above water without issue, but their range estimates are quite poor. They will serve as our primary eyes for the other detection to be added. Computer overload. The addition of cameras exceeds the mainframe's processing power, so they won't work well. Let's add some general processing cards to the AI connectors attached to the mainframe so we can support the additional detection. Move the marker into position. Laser tracker. We need to address the issue with the range estimates being poor, so we can use a laser tracker. They will track a target that's already detected and provide accurate range estimates, which will allow the cannon to fire more accurately. Radar gimbal tracker. Just in case the laser tracker gets destroyed, or if the target is covered in smoke, we'll add in a radar gimbal tracker as well. Just like the laser tracker, it will provide accurate information on a target, but they must be within the radar's range. Left click to remove the block. Open the inventory by pressing E. Move the marker into position. Sonar. Right now our detection is ineffective against anything underwater, such as a submarine. The 360-degree sonar will solve this issue. It provides solid estimates by itself and needs no other support. However, it must be placed underwater. Now that we have the weapons configured, they still can't aim well, so we need to set up detection. Let's add some more AI connectors. 4 on top of the ship, 1 on the bottom, and 1 on the gun turret. Press right bracket to build on the correct sub-object. Enter build mode by pressing B. Hold the vehicle still by pressing caps lock. Now let's add some wireless receivers to the AI connectors. Just like the local weapon controller, using a wireless receiver, these will connect the parts to the AI mainframe. Hold the vehicle still by pressing caps lock.
Yeah, I still confused and
Open the
only
inventory by pressing
problem.
E. Select the flashing red block. Move the marker into position.
I mean, this game is good, yes, but it still make me so
Left click to
confused
place the
and
block. Finally, let's add a rangefinder to the turret.
range.
This will allow a fairly accurate range estimation of the target without need of the trackers. Rotate the marker. The wrong block has been placed. We must remove it. Move the marker into position.
So this
Left
one.
click to place the block. You're done. Leave build mode by pressing B. The building is complete. Our boat can now drive and shoot autonomously. Oh no, what's that I smell?
Hmm?
Cripes, the Deepwater Guard are back. Good thing we got our AI integrated. Sit back and hope for the best.
Ooh.
Kill the Nessie.
You can see now.
Well done. This tutorial is complete. In the next tutorial, we will learn how to command and control our AI.
But I must still say it's still confusing for me about the tutorial one. I don't know why, but it's still so confusing for me.
In this tutorial, you'll learn how to set controls for your fleet. You'll learn how to set movement and attack orders, as well as triggering automatic combat behaviors. Tactical controls are given in the fleet interface, which is accessed by pressing E. Press E to open it now. Let's select our boat by clicking on it on the list on the left, or literally left-clicking on the boat, or using a click and drag selection to select it. Now let's put the vehicle into manual mode so that we can issue it orders. To do this, click the flashing red button. Now that our vehicle is in manual mode, we can give it orders. Once you begin giving an order, you'll notice that you can set the orientation of the order, and for planes, you will also be able to set the altitude of the order. Give an order using right-click, or right-click and drag to set the orientation of the order.
Moving now.
Give it a chain of orders using Shift plus right-click. Let's give it 3.
Moving now. Moving now.
We
Moving
now
now.
know how to manually order our vehicles around. A vehicle can be ordered like this as long as it has an AI mainframe on it with a maneuver routine defined within it. Let's turn the movement off now by pressing the flashing red button.
Turning
We
off.
now know how to disable movement. Note that when you press the vehicle control keys T, G, Y, H, U, J, I, K, O, L, etc., it will automatically disable the movement of the vehicle that you are manually controlling for a few seconds. We will now spawn in 2 harmless enemy units to test out the automatic combat behaviors and targeting commands. We will disable our boat's AI weapon control for now. Our boat's AI will pick which of the 2 targets to engage.
Okay.
The current target has a red box
I
drawn
still
on it.
a little
We can
bit
force our boat
confusing.
to engage a
And
target
he
by
talking too
left-clicking on the
much.
target. We'll try that now.
Too much
Left-click on the enemy on the
talking.
left to target it.
Left click. Enemy.
Engaging
Left-click
now.
on the enemy on the right to target it.
Engaging now. Engaging now. Engaging now. Engaging now. Receiving. Engaging now.
I'm pressing the left click. But it's nothing happening again.
Engaging now.
This is what I mean. It make me
Engaging now.
confused.
Engaging now. Receiving. Engaging
AI
now.
mainframes can hold many automatic combat behavior routines. The number they can have depends on the number of AI cards they have in their card slots. We've provided one on our boat, so let's enable automatic mode now to turn this behavior routine on. Begin automatic combat behaviors by clicking the flashing red button.
Taking command.
Our boat will now automatically begin to engage the enemy vehicles, but we forgot to activate our boat's weapons. We will do that next. Let's turn the AI weapon control on by pressing the flashing red button.
Gunnery
Our boat will
enabled.
now automatically shoot its weapons at the enemies. This is facilitated by AI detection components and the AI local weapon controller blocks that control the weapons. Now do whatever you need to do to destroy those two enemy units. Kill the enemy on the left, kill the enemy on the right. The fleet interface has loads of other options, many of which will be explained in the subsequent strategic controls tutorial. One final thing we will look at here is the tactical options provided in the map. Use the mouse wheel or left and right bracket to scroll out until the map opens up, or simply press M. Scrolling out even further will bring up the strategic map view. This is useful for grand strategy in the campaign, but we are focusing on the tactical controls at the moment. I've spawned one final enemy for you to destroy. The map's tactical elements are very similar to those that you've just used, so you should have no problems in defeating this new enemy whilst in a tactical map. Do whatever you need to do to destroy this one final enemy. Well done, this tutorial is complete.
I must pretty say this tutorial is so I don't know how about you guys actually, so for my own language is kinda for myself hard to understand and a little bit
In
confusing.
this tutorial we will learn the strategic controls of the game, how to make fleets, how to split them apart, how to set flagships, how to position forces within a fleet, and how to give orders to a fleet. Many strategic controls can be given in the fleet interface, which is accessed by pressing E. Tap E now.
Gain E, Y, E every time.
The first thing we will do is combine all three of these forces into the
Oh,
same fleet. Let's select Gamma by clicking it on the list on the left, or left-clicking on the boat. Let's put Gamma into the same fleet as Alpha by clicking the flashing red Merge button next to Alpha Fleet on the fleet list. Now we will give a fleet movement order to Alpha Fleet. We'll start by selecting Alpha. Select the flagship Alpha by clicking on the vehicle,
Returning to
on
formation.
its name, on the list, or on the fleet name, Alpha Fleet. With the flagship selected, we can give an order with right-click and drag.
Most beautiful information. Huh?
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
It's
Moving
likely
now.
that Beta and Gamma
Moving
are now
now.
moving with the flagship,
Moving
but to
now.
make sure, let's put them into fleet move mode. Select Beta. Now put Beta into fleet
Returning
move
to
mode.
formation.
Select Gamma. Now put Gamma into
Returning
fleet
to
move
formation.
mode. With Gamma selected and in fleet move mode, we can now issue an order that will reposition Gamma within the fleet. Right-click and drag to position Gamma relative to the rest of the fleet.
Moving
Now
now.
we'll learn how to change flagship. Keep Gamma selected. Press the flashing red Set Flagship button to make Gamma the flagship of this fleet. With Gamma as the flagship, orders
Okay, the
given to Gamma
flagship
will
is
affect the whole fleet. We will now learn how to separate
the
forces
group.
out of the fleets, which can be done in a number of
Like the
different ways.
commander.
Separate Alpha, Beta and Gamma back to 3 individual fleets by selecting the forces individually and pressing the flashing red button. We will now learn about out-of-play and in-play forces. Out-of-play forces are enabled in campaign and they are essential to campaign play. An out-of-play force is an abstract representation of your force, and it can still gather materials, create energy, produce commodities, and can require materials or energy to move, just like a normal in-play force. Out-of-play vehicles go where you tell them to go, using the recorded top speed and recorded maximum altitude of the in-play vehicle. You can have hundreds of out-of-play vehicles
He
and still
is
have a smooth
talking
frame
too
rate.
much
This is why they
again.
exist. They allow epic
I
large-scale
don't
strategy
like
in
it
campaign.
when he talking too
Let's put all
much.
3 of our vehicles out of play by pressing the flashing red button. With our vehicles out of play, we can order them to travel long distances on the map and not have to worry too much about them. And with all the vehicles out of play, we can speed up time to times 10 speed. Press the times 10 button in the bottom right corner of the screen. Well done, this tutorial is complete.
Wow. You must be joking to me. Wow. Better time 10 times faster. What is the tutorial is end. Currently, you kidding me? Vertical launch middle.
This tutorial will show you how to build a basic missile platform. To be more specific, we'll be constructing a system for the missiles. Missile systems are rather expensive and use a lot of material to reload.
It's getting me tired when he talking too much. But I had to focus to understand. Yeah.
Begins with a missile controller. Go ahead and place it first.
Hold the vehicle still by pressing caps lock. Open the inventory by pressing E. Select the flashing red block. Left click to place the block. Move the marker into position.
Connectors will allow you to connect the launch pads to the system. For this setup, we will only need 3 connectors. Place them as shown. The launch pads are the beginning of the actual missile to be launched by the missile system. There are 3 sizes to the launch pads you can use, but for this tutorial, we will use the medium launch pad.
Left click to remove the block. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Left click to place the block. Left click to place the block.
Missile gantries will determine the length of your missile and can be as long as you wish. The longer your missile is, the more modules you can fit onto it, but going too long will reduce your missile's speed and turning potential.
Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Cycle the central mirror off by pressing Alt-N or N. Cycle the central mirror off by pressing Alt-N or N. Cycle the central mirror off by pressing Alt-N or N. Cycle the central mirror off by pressing Alt-N or N.
With the missiles now placed, we will add ejectors to the launch pads. These aren't necessary, but they help the missile clear the gantry at a faster pace. They can also be configured to eject the missile at certain angles if you aren't using a hatch.
Move the marker into position. Move the marker into position. Rotate the marker. Left click to place the block.
The Identify Friend or Foe add-on, or the IFF add-on, is essential for any offensive missile in a fleet-on-fleet combat. They will keep the missiles from locking onto friendly craft. You only need 1 per system, but don't forget it. If you are firing multiple missiles, you probably don't want them all firing at once. The Staggered Fire add-on allows you to set a delay between launching missiles.
Ah, my microphone! I'm sorry.
By pressing
Oh god. But the problem is, cannot really see.
Left click to remove the block. Open the inventory by pressing E.
Look like this
Left
one.
click to remove the block. Open the inventory by pressing E. The wrong block has been placed. We must
It's this one. Oops.
to place the block. You're done. Leave build mode by pressing B.
This basic missile system's construction is now complete. The missiles themselves will need to either
Basic
use radar
missile,
seekers,
okay.
laser designators, or the one-turn module in order to lock onto a target at such a large angle. You can always press Q on a launch pad or its gantries to bring up the missile and adjust the modules. Check out some of the pre-constructed missile systems to get a better grasp on the many different missile types you can make. Congratulations, this tutorial is complete.
You gotta be kidding me, what? Okay, basic operator. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Feel free to take a moment to appreciate what has been built. It's not completely done, but we'll have it fully functioning by the end of this tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be discussing how to keep a sky fortress afloat, explaining what materials
Okay,
and
this
energy
is
are, how to
huge.
obtain them and spend them. We will
Look
be
at
moving
the
around a lot in this
guns.
fortress in build mode. You can always move faster in build mode by double tapping the directional key that you wish to move in. To get started, Sky Fortress turbines are required to keep the fortress in the air. If
Press
you lose all of
B.
them, or they run out of power,
Okay.
the fortress will start to crumble apart. Let's place some more turbines to reduce the odds of this happening.
Open the inventory by pressing E. Select the flashing red tab. Select
The
the
blue
flashing red
and
block.
gray. What? There are already some? Okay, this is cool. But never mind.
Move the marker into position. Left
This
click to
position.
place the block. Move the marker into position. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block.
Materials are what makes the world go round in From the Depths. They are used to build your
Reserve.
craft, reload your weapons, and power your engines. Let's add some more material storage. to this
Material
fortress in the
storage?
back.
Close the inventory by pressing E. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Move the marker into position.
Fortresses are known for their static behavior and are best kept in resource zones to gather materials.
E
Let's place down some
reserve.
material gatherers
Material.
to make
Get
use
out.
of this extra material storage we now have.
Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Move the marker into position.
Fuel tanks are used by fuel engines and custom jet engines and allow them to access materials to burn as fuel. Let's add some more fuel storage to this fortress.
Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Move the marker into position.
Refineries are used to refine materials into globally accessible commodities. Commodities can be gifted to any force in your territory or neighbouring territories. Constructs need to have at least 1 million materials in storage in order to run the refinery, so it is quite an investment. There are also extra modules which will make the refinery more efficient at converting materials into
There
commodities.
is me sending.
Generally, it's wise to
Yeah.
make efficient refineries to make the most out of your materials. We'll be going over all the parts of a refinery in this tutorial. Let's start by placing the refinery itself first. The desalter is the first piece used to make refineries more efficient at commodity creation. Only one desalter works per refinery system. The coker is another add-on for the refinery that moderately increases the efficiency of conversion. Unlike the desalter, you can have as many cokers as you like. As modules are added onto the refinery, the dangerous gas will build up faster. Let's attach more flare stacks to keep the dangerous gas under control.
Left click to place the block.
What good are your cannon ships without ammo? Ammo barrels allow weapons to access materials for reloading. You normally need a lot of them for your larger craft. Let's place a few more ammo barrels onto this fortress.
Move the marker into position. Move the marker into position. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Left click to place the block.
Energy is a different type of resource that is stored in batteries, which can be recharged
Energy.
in various ways. You can also convert energy to power by using an
Very-
electric engine. For now, let's just place a few more batteries for energy storage.
Left click to place the block. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block.
The radioisotope thermoelectric generator, basically known as the RTG, is an expensive asset, but is
Yeah.
constantly providing free energy that it stores in batteries. Craft powered by RTGs and electric engines don't burn materials at all. Let's place a few. Getting familiar with material is important for managing your campaigns. Fortresses are a great place to resupply your fleets, since they will commonly have plenty of material storage and be placed in resource zones. We've completed our construction on this fortress for now. In the next tutorial, we will be learning how to move materials between forces and across the world map. Congratulations, this tutorial is now complete.
A huge gun. Look at this, look like the German gun. Add
This tutorial
engine.
will show you how to place a compact engine that burns materials to create power. The aim of this engine is to maximize power output, but it will have a lower material efficiency. A more material efficient engine will be covered in a later tutorial.
We're going to do some building now. From the Depths uses a novel, keyboard-based building approach, but it also has the more familiar mouse-based building options as well. We always recommend using keyboard-based building, but you can tap F3 at any time to swap modes. We're going to swap you into keyboard-based building now and begin. The instructions will describe everything you need to do to become a master builder. If you cannot manage a step, please press enter to have it auto-complete.
The fuel engine generator block starts nearly all engine builds, so it's normally placed first. Without it, the engine will not function.
Enter build mode by pressing B. Cycle a central mirror on by pressing Alt-N. Open the inventory by pressing E. Select the flashing red block. Rotate the marker. The wrong block has been placed. We must remove it. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block.
The crankshaft is vital for attaching cylinders to the fuel engine, and they can only be built in a straight line from the main block. Cylinders are your main parts for making the engine provide power output. You will attach fuel injectors, carburetors and exhaust pipes to them. In this tutorial, we will only be attaching fuel injectors and exhausts to them.
The wrong block has been placed. We must remove it. Rotate the marker. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block.
Fuel injectors will add 400 power output to any cylinder they are attached to, but they will burn 0.8 materials per second. They excel at power density, but are poor options for material efficiency.
The wrong block has been placed. We must remove it. Move the marker into position. Left click to place the block. Move the marker into position. Rotate the marker. The wrong block has been placed. We must remove it. Rotate the marker.
Cylinders will heat up when in use and will have lower output as they get hotter. If they overheat, they won't produce any power until they cool down. Exhausts are the main way to keep cylinders cool and produce more power.
Move the marker into position. Move the marker into position.
Radiators help to cool all cylinders on an engine at the cost of a small amount of material efficiency. Sometimes they can be the solution to an engine that just gets a little too hot to function. Now that we've created the basis of the engine, let's expand on it with some more parts. To start off, let's add some additional injectors.
Move the marker into position. Move the marker into position. The wrong block has been placed. We must remove it. Move the marker into position. Rotate the marker. Move the marker into position.
Okay.
Left click to place the block.
As more power
Good.
producing parts are added, we must also add more exhausts to ensure the cylinders are receiving enough cooling to function. By using some junction pipes to connect two cylinders, we can save space and cool them both. The cooler a cylinder runs, the more power output it can provide. Therefore, taking measures to ensure cylinders stay cooler are hard to pass up if you need that little bit of extra power.
Move the marker into position. Move the marker into position. You're done. Leave build mode by pressing B.
This compact engine is now complete. Well done. With time and practice, you will find ways to get more power output in a smaller package with your engines. In a later tutorial, we will build an efficient engine using carburetors. Carburetors allow the connection of turbochargers and superchargers. Turbochargers increase fuel efficiency of carburetors at high RPMs, and superchargers increase efficiency at low RPMs. Congratulations, this tutorial is complete.
Okay, good. Let's do
We're
the
going
last
to learn about
tutorial
moving
one.
material around and resupplying our units. This tutorial will be of most help in preparing for campaign play. We're going to do the
Excellent.
entire tutorial with out-of-play forces, first introduced in the strategic controls tutorial. We will do everything from the fleet interface. Let's open it now.
Your face.
Open the fleet interface by pressing E.
E.
I've created a resource harvesting fortress for you. It has resource gatherers on it, powered by fuel engines, which burn some material. and it generates material when in a resource zone. If you mouse over the material gatherer unit, you'll see it has spawned with 100 materials. These numbers will not change until it enters a resource zone and begins to harvest. Let's move the material gatherer into the resource zone now. Move the material gatherer into the resource zone. Select the unit and right-click in the green resource zone ring.
Listening. Listening. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
With the material gatherer in the zone, it will start to burn some materials to gather much more material. We will need to defend material gatherers in order to survive. I will create a guard vehicle for you. Okay, a guard vehicle has been created for you. Let's put both of these two units in the same fleet. You were shown how to do this in a strategic controls tutorial.
Receiving. Moving now. Moving now.
Now let's rename the fleet to Processing Fleet by pressing the flashing red button and typing the new name in.
I had no idea. This is my problem. Oh, processing fleet. Oops. I didn't attention on the.
What we want to achieve is the material
I'm
gatherer
stupid.
giving materials to the guard boat. We will do this using supply types. First, we activate Resource View, which shows loads of extra logistical options. Activate Resource View by pressing the flashing red button or pressing Ctrl R. Now select the Material Gatherer Force. We're now going to set procurement levels. These are the minimum amount of different resources we will keep. Resources above these levels can be given away to other forces, but we will never give away so much that we drop below these procurement levels. Set the Material Gatherer to only keep a small amount of material, so that it can give a lot to the guard boat. Look for the flashing red button. Set the guard boat to keep loads of material. Look for the flashing red button. The desired levels are now set, but nothing is happening. That's because we need to assign the supply type of these two forces. There are 3 supply types: Creator, Cargo, and User. The settings
Creator,
determine
Cargo,
how energy and material
okay.
are shared between vehicles. Let's arrange our forces into types now. Put Material Gatherer into Creator type by selecting it and left-clicking the flashing red button.
Receiving. Moving now. Receiving. 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 Listening.
Put Guard Boat into User type by selecting it and clicking the flashing red button.
Receiving.
We will now see numbers flying around the screen representing the flow of material between these two forces. You will also see a green bubble outline that shows the forces sharing this material. Supply groups are useful for keeping all forces in a fleet well stocked. But what about supplying distant fleets? I've spawned in a distant boat called Combat Boat with no material, and a supply vessel called Supply Boat with loads of storage capacity for material. We will start by setting Supply Boat to be a cargo type. This will mean that Material Gatherer tries to fill it up with material. Select the Supply Boat force. Put Supply Boat into cargo
Moving
type
now.
by pressing the flashing red button.
Moving now.
We will now wait here until Supply Boat is full of materials. Press the times 10 button in the bottom right corner of the screen to speed up time. Material Gatherer will give material to the Supply Boat once they have an excess. Because we set guard boat to demand high amounts of material, this will take some time. Whilst we
Okay.
wait, we will configure the supply boat procurement levels. We want to set the procurement levels to the bare minimum, so that most of the supplies are given to the combat boat that we are supplying. Set the supply boat to only keep a small amount of material, so that it can give a lot to the combat boat. Look for the flashing red button. Now we will move supply boat near combat boat to allow the resupply. Order supply boat to move near combat boat.
Moving now. Moving now. Moving now. Moving now. Moving now. Receiving. Receiving. Moving now.
Okay.
Moving now. Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
Order supply boat to move near combat boat.
Moving now. 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 Moving now.
Okay, where is the that one? This is the
Select combat
problem. Why you don't say to put the map sooner out than doing that.
Now we will make the combat boat a user type, so that the supply boat provides it with loads of material. Put combat boat into user type by pressing the flashing red button. Now we will set the procurement levels of combat boat so that it can be fully resupplied by the supply fleet. Let's set the procurement for material to its maximum level. Set the combat boat to keep maximum material so that it's always combat ready. Look for the flashing red button. Over the course of this tutorial, we've learned how to use supply types to share and deliver supplies. If you move supply fleet back and forth between processing fleet and combat fleet, you'll see that supply fleet will refill and empty its supplies until the combat fleet is full. This tutorial is now complete.
This is what I mean. Actually, this make you a little bit confusing, and then yeah, I don't know. Going to the main menu, and yeah, I must say the game is actually cool, but the tutorial one is make me, for myself, a little bit confusing. But yeah, yeah. I guess I had nothing to say now. Actually, I don't know. Well, thank you for watching. Leave a like and a subscribe, and see you next on video. Bye bye.